Do you find yourself having a ton of food scraps and nowhere to put them? Are you a fan of fermentation? Do you want a more nurturing experience between you and your home? Well, we've got the solution for you. Introducing the Tummy Time Fermentation Vat, an even bigger and better way of repurposing food waste. No more stinky trash cans full of old food, with the added benefit of a sustainable in-home heating solution. Take care of your participation in the waste stream and make a difference while keeping your buns warm. The Tummy Time Fermentation Vat is a fermentation chamber that becomes a feature of the home. By adding food waste to the Tummy Time Fermentation Vat, a fermentation process ensues which generates heat. This heat can then be distributed throughout the home, effectively replacing the average home's central heating system. This new approach to heating is both sustainable and energy efficient. Call now and we'll even include a complimentary evaporative cooling system. Just pay a separate shipping and handling fee. The Tummy Time Fermentation Vat can give you a new appreciation for your home's amenities, fostering a collaborative relationship between person and home.
This project came about as a response to the modern relationship to waste, which we see as one of denial. At every turn, we hide our waste, sending it to far-off corners of town because the inconvenience of dealing with the products of our lifestyle is so draining an idea. With the Living House, we aim to build waste into life as a part of the domestic ecosystem, returning processing and the potential benefits to the home. The modern home is a place of great waste and alienation. Every day we produce organic excess that is simply disposed of instead of harvesting all the valuable energy contained within. Every day we use great sums of energy that are simply exhausted out of the house before they can be used to the fullest extent. Additionally, the amalgam of waste that we produce is largely bioincompatible and is mostly sequestered in landfills. In this environment, even organic waste produces greenhouse gases, as it has been removed from the fungi that traditionally decompose it. Our project aims to capture these waste streams and squeeze every last drop of valuable energy from them, all while processing the outputs of the home so that they can be simply released into the environment. The system is comprised of a fermentation chamber connected to a central mass heater, with a series of extensions into the house that allow it to help and be helped in different spaces. Heat-producing areas of the house, such as the dryer, oven, and shower, would all be routed through the central mass so as to capture as much of the energy as possible and allow it to remain in the house. Food can be thrown into the vat through an airlocked trash can that opens into a chute below. Cellulose and keratin-based waste is to be digested first in a solution of enzymes that will break down the polymers into simpler sugars, which the SCOBY in the central chamber can deal with. Temperatures of both human and fermentation are regulated during sleep via a heat exchanger set up between the central chamber and the bed. Let's take a detour to explain fermentation a little bit. Fermentation is a multi-step process where a SCOBY works together to process sugars. The first stage being the conversion, hydrolyzation of sucrose into glucose and fructose by a yeast. These products are then immediately taken up by another yeast and converted into glucuronic acid and ethanol respectively. From there, acetic acid bacteria step in and convert the gluconic acid further into glucuronic acid and the ethanol into acetic acid. This is the kombucha that we all know and love. It is important to note also that the conversion from ethanol to acetic acid is an oxidation reaction and therefore a source of heat in this process, and an element to optimize for. You may be asking, how much energy can actually be produced through this process? The answer is very little, on the order of 1 kilowatt hour, which when compared with the 300 kilowatt hours used by the average American household on heating daily is minuscule. The heat is not the only benefit to a system like this, though. There is another: waste processing. As we've mentioned before, even those organic forms of waste can be greenhouse gas emitters if left to decompose improperly. With this system, we bring that decomposition into the home and save the atmosphere from a dose of methane from the breaking down, as well as from the assorted greenhouse gases produced when shuttling this waste around. The products of this fermentation are also useful. The SCOBY is a very nutrient-dense substrate that, if left out on the lattice outside of the living house, would provide two benefits: evaporative cooling for those outdoor spaces nearby, and fertilization for the surrounding soil as bacteria and yeasts are slowly washed into it. Our material culture has rapidly outpaced the capabilities of nature as far as breaking down our waste, and this has led to the sequestration of great sums of matter that are presently rotting and can be effectively employed in ecosystems the world over. With the Living House, we aim to use the home as the first line of defense against our waste, and in doing so bring us back into parity with the wider material world, all while harvesting whatever energy may come.